Wow, what a journey this has been. Welcome to the Mind Body Podcast. I'm your host, Maria Angelova, and I'm here to challenge everything you have been told about aging and wellness. This podcast is for those who refuse to accept that growing old means growing unhealthy. Each week, I will bring you dynamic conversations with inspirational guests, sharing practical advice, insights, and motivation to live your life rebelliously as you age with grace and vitality. This is your time to embrace self-care, transformation, and an infectious spirit that says no to the conventional and yes to a vibrant, powerful life. Let's dive in and redefine what it means to live well. Hi, Rebels, and welcome to the Mind Body Podcast with me, your host, Maria Angelova, where today I have the privilege of hosting episode 167 from season 1 of the Mind Body Podcast. And before I dive in, I want to say a huge thank you for tuning in, for listening, for sending me messages, for asking questions, for connecting with each other, because wow, what a journey this has been. And the topic of today's podcast is actually closing season 1, because season 2 will be coming up later with some changes related to Rebellious, the rebellious brand, the rebellious target audience. And you might ask yourself, what happened? And I will tell you exactly what happened, because this is a beautiful example of what it means to live rebelliously and what is the significance of the retreats that I host. So the whole change was driven by the last retreat, which I hosted in my home country, extra special, in Bulgaria, Bansko, into the beautiful mountains, surrounded by fresh air, scenery, and an amazing tribe of like-minded people who were there to grow, to self-discover, and to change their life from the inside out. There is no chance, there is no randomness into me naming my retreats Inner Alchemy, because at this point of my life, there is zero doubt that the way we change our life is not by changing our external environment, which is the way most of us are conditioned, but by changing our internal state. And I can't even describe to you how profound these retreats are and how much inner work, self-discoveries, there is, and how the dots start clicking. It's like, why are we doing this? Why is the movement so slow? Why are we talking about mindset? Why are we talking about the brain? And then through the week, in the full week that we're there, the dots start bing, 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 connecting. And what happens is we start realizing what is our belief system, what are our limiting beliefs, the things which are not the truth, the things which are holding us back, holding us into a pattern which no longer serves us, and how we can change that pattern. It is a beautiful opportunity for a full week to fully focus on yourself, not on the kids, not on the job, not on the responsibilities. You are intentional to hop on an airplane, to go across the ocean, to work on yourself. And you are surrounded by beauty. You are surrounded by vision of opportunity. That is, to me, is a very important aspect of the Inner Alchemy Retreats, because I want to show you what it feels like to live abundantly and freely, and to live from the inside out, from a place of calm, from a place of being yourself, from a place of authenticity. And your only job when you're there is to show up for yourself. Everything that we do is to nurture you, to nurture your body, to nurture your mind, to nurture your spirit, your soul, and also to help you deepen that mind-body connection and that self-awareness. So key. Self-awareness is the first and very much required step for growth. And when you tap into that place of quietness inside, when you manage to quiet the mumbo jumbo in your head, when you manage to connect your body and mind, when you manage to hear the beat of your heart, I mean, the magic happens. There are signs all around us guiding us on the right track. And that is the place where we find clarity. That is the place where we can hear our inner voice, intuition, sixth sense, gut, whatever you want to call it. That is when we're creating that brain, body, heart coherence, when our energy is elevated, we're vibrating high, and we can hear our own voice versus the voices of our life conditioning, our family, our friends, our community, our religion, whatever, political affiliation, and all of that, all of the shoulds, the musts. When those are silent and you can hear your heart speaking, that, you guys, that is a place of power. First of all, very few of us know how to tap into. And then that creates step number one, awareness. And is the life that you're living? The participants love the question of, is what I'm doing serving me? And is it creating the results that I want to see in my life? Because listen, you can sit and argue with me that stress is serving you, that you're not sleeping, there is a great reason for it. You can justify all of that. And listen, I don't know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But all you gotta ask yourself is, how do you feel? Do you feel vital energy flowing through you? Do you feel energized? Are you fulfilled? Are you purposeful? Or are you dragging through the day? Are you aware of something not feeling right? You don't have to prove it to me. These are fantastic questions to ask yourself. How is your body feeling? Is it mobile? Is it free? Is it strong? What is your posture like? Or are you slouching? Are you able to take a deep breath? How is your digestion? Are you bloated? Are you dealing with aches and pains? Are you dealing with disease? Disease is like your body screaming like, hey, I need attention. There is something that you're holding on to that is no longer serving you, and it's time to let go. And that place of clarity, wow. So when you get the clarity, I just did an energy session today. And for my client, the awareness is there. What's missing is the next step. And that is the inspired and aligned action. Why? Well, because it's uncomfortable. Because it requires us to let go of stories, most of which are not even ours. Stories which we were taught of how to fit in society. I was talking to another client this week, and he was making a comment of one of my pictures and how sexy it is. And I said, what do you think? Why do you think that picture is sexy? And he's like, well, the shoulder is showing and this and that. And I was like, no, my friend. What is sexy in that picture is that inner radiance of authenticity and playfulness. If you guys didn't catch the episode on playfulness, I highly encourage you to catch that. And there's another episode on confidence. I encourage you to tap into those, because both of those episodes talk about the power of authenticity. You can take pictures, look through your pictures, and look at times when you're really happy. Look at the picture and see how different your expression, your energy is in that picture. Why? Because in that moment, you're happy, you're being yourself. And then look at the pictures when you're posing, literally, posing in life, posing on the picture, when you're just pretending to be happy, pretending to be joyous. And the most important part is not what everybody else thinks. It's how do you feel? So along with that topic, we slowed down, we tuned in. And I always say, my best teachers are my clients. And I learn so much from my clients, for which I'm so internally grateful. And the things that they say, the way that they feel when they start tapping into that inner alchemy elevation, and I see life awakening them, when their body starts letting go, it is powerful. It is powerful for them, but it is equally powerful for me, because it's yet another affirmation for the absolutely astonishing, amazing, incredible power of the Angelova method. At this point of time, like, you can even make me doubt it. I see the changes in people and I'm like, dang, like, wow, it is so profoundly powerful. It takes time and it requires you to do the work. Whenever you're ready to open your mind to that and you're willing to get vulnerable, to deal with your emotions, to deal with slowing down, which is uncomfortable for so many, to let go of control and surrender to the power of life, life becomes something you don't even know such a state exists before that. And I'm speaking from experience, my own experience, and watching and hearing what people say. So that's a very long way of saying, I got so much clarity. I got so much affirmation for my personal journey. And you have heard me say this hundreds of times. My entrepreneurial business started as a classical fitness Pilates studio. And where my business is now, doing holistic mind-body healing, helping people tap into their heart-led power, tapping into their intuition, elevating their energy and achieving energetic coherence. I could not have even imagined that. And how did I get here? By tuning in, by surrendering and allowing my intuition to lead me forward, by taking the uncomfortable, courageous steps to move forward. And at the retreat, I got so much affirmation. I got so much clarity for myself. I'm getting emotional for what's next. And it's different, and it's big, and it's exhilarating, and it's so aligned with changing the state of the healthcare and wellness industry. I am telling you, that industry, those industries are going to change when each and every one of us changes. So with all of that, lots of work behind the scenes. I came back and I was like, Tim, all right, let's go. We are taking a slightly new direction. And they were like, are you sure you want to take that jump? I'm like, no doubt. Let's go. Let's go. Updating all the behind the scenes. We are aiming to do the big reveal, probably around beginning of October. And then season 2 of the Mind Body podcast launch will follow. Elevating the new target audience, providing education, entertainment, enlightenment, connection, high vibrations, so that we are driving incredible, heart-led, purposeful change. And I'll tell you, recording this episode, there is like some sadness inside of me, because when we step into our next step, we let go of a part of ourselves, because it's time to free space for that new identity to step in. And it's not like heavy sadness, low vibrational sadness. It is actually sadness filled with so much gratitude to each and every one of you. My dear participants at the last retreat, you guys have no idea how grateful I am to you for trusting me, for trusting the process, for being open, for the love that you shared with each other, and for lighting my path and telling me what's next in my life, for all of us, for our community, and for changing the world, rebelliously creating impact. So with that, I send you so much love, and I get so much gratitude for tuning in, for listening. I highly, highly encourage you to tune in to some of the old episodes from season 1. You guys, there is so much wisdom and gold into those episodes. The conversations that we have there are the conversations that I have with clients, which are changing lives. every single day, which are allowing people to step into their personal power and authenticity. And, stay connected on social media. I'm not disappearing, just, taking a little bit of a different path. And it is exhilarating and so beautiful to grow from the inside out. And if there is one wish I wish upon each and every one of you, is to not be afraid to let go, to surrender to that inner voice, to that heart-led power, and to your purpose. Because when you step into your personal power, you impact your entire life, your family, your community, your clients, your patients, your business, your company. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience. If you have any questions, I am here for you. I am ready for continuous impact. I'm staying grounded in intention and gratitude. I send you high vibrational energy and love. And I remind you, do not let anyone dim your light. Shine rebelliously, step into your power, and let's create magnificent, rebellious impact. Sending you love, closing season 1 of the Mind Body Podcast. Woo! 167 episodes. Stay tuned in for season 2 coming up next. Stay rebellious. Thank you for joining us on the Mind Body Podcast, where we explore the power of living authentically and rebelliously. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow rebellious soul who would love to hear what we share as much as you do. Stay strong, stay calm, and most importantly, stay rebellious. Until next time, rebellious souls, keep living fully. Your journey is just beginning.